Good morning to day 3. Of course, as we all know, it's lovely camping by these water spots and stuff like that, but they do bring their own problems, the mosquitoes. So they're out in force. They started to come out last night and they haven't let up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pack up, get back up the hill onto the track, the area where the bridge is, where I turned off yesterday. I'm going to stop and have some breakfast and a brew before we attack the big hill. But for now, I'm just going to get packed up and get out of here and hopefully get away from these mosquitoes. Oh, breakfast is cooking. Mosquitoes are everywhere today. Hopefully, it's gone very close though, and we are due rain about 9 o'clock. Hopefully, once I've had my breakfast, I'm literally going to throw it down my mouth. We've got this big climb, and once we get to the top of that, hopefully we'll start getting some wind. Well, as soon as we move off, we'll get rid of the mosquitoes, but they kind of descend as soon as you stop anywhere. Anyway, I'm scratching myself, trying not to, but itchy. Right, got to get going, got to have breakfast. Bit of drizzle in the air. I don't know if it's getting worse. We were forecast it, but I just can't decide if the drizzle warrants waterproofs yet, because I'm on quite a tough little stretch here. It's very up and down. We've got to get to the top of that hill yet as well, and I don't know if it's just because we're high up we're getting a bit of cloud rain. I'm not sure what that building is. I think it's a shooter's cabin, but it's lovely up here. Yeah, a few minutes I'll decide whether to bang the waterproofs on. So we've come all the way up the valley. We're on top of Hard Top Hill now, and we've got about another, I'd say 6.5, 7 kilometres of more walking. Time for waterproofs, I think, and then we'll push on. Really is some stunning countryside this side of the Forest of Bowland, as I think alluded to yesterday. I'm not only wild camp the other side. Yeah, stopped raining, but it is due to be raining until midday, so I'll keep the waterproofs on for now. I'm really going to try and make the most of this stretch. It's quite, I won't say easy going, it's very rubbly, but we're going right along the top of the moors before we start dropping down towards Lancaster. And the reason being is I'm about to go away for work for 3 weeks, all through August, so I won't get anything done in August adventuring wise, and then before you know it, it'll be September and the summer's been and gone. So this is going to be my last day out really for a while. So yeah, I'm going to try and make the most of it and savour it. Yeah, so we're in the right place. We're on the Hornby Road, which is, I think, an old Roman road. Dark and foreboding up there, isn't it? I really am blessed to have this actually on my doorstep, because I live in Blackpool. I can be in the Forest of Bowland in 40 minutes. I haven't been to Peak District for a while. I went there in the winter, I think. But it's just overpopulated, I won't say that, but it seems to be overrun, that. And the Lake District the same, unless you go off the beaten path. But here, it's just so remote. And what I mean by remote is all these places, like there's no tracks to get to. You have to go proper off-piste to get to them. There's only a few things like this running through the whole of the Trough of Bowland. Granted, the side I go to is a bit more populated. I ain't seen a soul along this stretch. Ain't seen a soul since leaving Sladeburn yesterday, really. But we'll keep going. Every step we're getting there. Just about 300 metres away, just seen another human. I don't know where these potholes she's popped up from. Right. And then you get stretches like this. Can't complain. You know, you've done some walks when you're screaming out for a track, aren't you? So it's just means every now and again you can't just put your head down or look up and about and just gently plod along. I think the rain's proper kicked in now, which is good. For a few hours, justifies wearing these waterproofs for the last hour. Take a break at this fence here, this open gate. Some back into semi-civilization now. It's about 10.5 k's, just over 10.5 k's since we broke camp. We come to a village about 5-6 kilometres called Caton, and from there it's to push into Carlisle, into Lancaster. So we've had no rain for the last hour or two, so I'm going to get the waterproofs off and just take 15 here and chill out. This is where a lot of this route cuts through farms. Then we're heading basically up and over that hill there, and that should drop us down into the village of Caton. And I don't know what's there, I really don't. And from there it's the M6 Lancaster. Anyway, we've got to get through this farm first, and they're always quite difficult because you can take the signs down, and I hate wandering through a farm unless it's got clear rights of way. Anyway, let's put this away, get through here, get up over that hill and see what we can see. All parts of the walking we kind of zigzag. We're heading that way, but you've got to come all the way around this valley, drop down, drop back up and move along, and then hopefully get over that way. So sometimes you feel like we're going the opposite direction, but it has to be done. This bit is really poorly marked. When you go, I was doing that little chicane bit, you know, I had to come back on myself. You go up a big hill and then you see the finger pointing sign, you follow that and you go into farmland then. I'm on the path and I reckon it's through there. Maybe it's easy if it wasn't so lush, but it's a fence and then there's another drop. So I presume there's a bridge or something across here, but it's really poorly marked, this section. However, I've got a feeling it's just the other side, this bracken. I found it at last. Yeah, it was the other side, that heather. Really poorly marked though, because you could end up, it's super steep, and unless you're bang on the right path, you don't know where to go. There's nothing on the top up there, absolutely nothing. There's something on the road about 300 metres away. Pretty poor, and it's been pretty poor in some places, to tell you the truth, mainly going through people's farms. They're not bothered. Anyway, let's muddle our way through here. That was a lot of effort to get not very far. You might not make it out, but through the trees there on the other side of the valley, that's the farm. That's the farm I cut through when I came off the track. I've been on for about 10 k's. That was fiddly, that was horrible, because it's so overgrown. Yeah, but I do notice that quite a few of the farms have not kept the public rights away. I don't know what that is, to stop people walking, or lack of funds maybe, I don't know. But be careful coming through that section, and it is steep down, steep up on the track. Before you get to the little cottage, look right, you'll see one of them, and then that takes you to that place where I couldn't find where to go. I just stayed on the route, and luckily I was bang on. Anyway, taking 5 now before we continue. Definitely see the sea, boats out there. There's Lancaster. I think I'm just, hopefully, the last climb. It's about 4 miles, 4.5, 5 k's to Caton, I think. Not worked it out properly. And then it's about another 8 k's beyond there to Lancaster and the castle. Excuse me, got the hiccups. So I think I've got about 12, 13 kilometres left. You just start thinking, don't you, this walk obviously is the Pendle Witches, who were dragged from where they lived in Pendle, or the area of Pendle, off Pendle Hill, down to Lancaster down there, held there for months and tried and hung. Don't know what route they took. Maybe they visited some of the hamlets, villages we've walked through. The big town of Clitheroe, you don't know. But just wonder what they thought. Whichever route they went, must have been hard in them days. Seeing the sea, and they knew they were approaching Lancaster. Must have been so scary. It really was. Anyway, let's get to Caton and have a chill out there for a bit. I'm on the last bottle of water. I thought I had no supplies, but I had a sausage roll, which I bought yesterday. I've still got a few snack bars left in that anyway, so. But we'll stop off in Caton, even though it's a Sunday. There was a coffee shop there or something. But we can see Lancaster, and we can see the sea. So we're nearly there. Just dropping into Caton now. Perfect scenario. There's a pub here, but hopefully I'm having it. There's going to be a shop. Have a brew, a drink, a chill out for half an hour, 40 minutes, and a bin so I can get rid of the rubbish I brought from camp. And then we've got about 8-9 k's I think into Lancaster. But I might change my route slightly. I'll decide once I'm in Caton having a chill out. Hopefully this building here is the start of it, because we've just broke off the tracks and now we're on this road for a bit. Quick correction, this is the little village of Brookhouse before you get to Caton. So you've got a pub here. I'm not sure what else. Nothing else I don't think. There's the timings there. Right, we might as well push on to Caton. Sorry, sticks in the way. Push on to Caton. I think we come to the centre of Caton now. Not sure what's here. I think that's a boozer. That there. Oh, that is. Oh, it's something for sale. A lot of people walking back this way. So I've been to church Because there's a few of them around here, or they've been the shops. I'm hoping for the shops. So the centre of Caton now, garage, all three in one place. We've got a cafe, we've got a co-op. Co-op, I think. And these benches for a bit. I'd love to sit on this bench with the boys. Gonna have a look at that in a bit because that's my old cat badge there. Shoes off, just chilling with a coffee. Basically now I'm going to push down that way, and I think I'll pick up the cycle route that I've did once or twice when I was training for the jog a couple of years ago. I'm going to follow that into Lancaster, which is a slight deviation from the route I've got, because that kind of meanders around Lancaster. And like with anything now, it's coming to an end. I've got to start planning getting back, and a few trains are getting cancelled. So yeah, I'm going to onto the cycle route. Then it's about 7 kilometres, guessing on the map. So I've still got a bit of a ways to go yet. Okay, I'm going to get going soon. It's my old cat badge for the King's Regiment. Rest in peace, guys and ladies. You do follow the River Loon along the cycle road, just gone past Halton Training Camp on the other, which is just over there on the far bank. Been there many a time when I was serving. Guys out doing drill by the right. Miss all them good old days. Times we had. Anyway, it is a bit of a road to nowhere. We'll end up at the castle, but the route kind of took you on a mad one through Lancaster, and I didn't fancy that. I've just booked my train. It's just gone 3ish, and there's problems with the trains. The one at 4:30 was cancelled, so I managed to get on. Well, I've just booked it now. I've got the ticket sent through for 5 o'clock, so we should be okay. There we go, at the castle in Lancaster. Great 3 days walking, that really was. And you've got to remember the people who were dragged here have never left. Anyway, I'll see you again at home. I've got about 45 minutes to get my train, so I'll do a quick wash up when I get home. Alright, see you in a bit. Right, I'm back home all safe. Quick wash up. Yeah, it was a great 3 days walking, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Some beautiful, beautiful hamlets and villages, really well kept and well maintained. Some parts of the routes weren't well defined. I think I alluded to when I was walking. They seem to be going through farms where I don't know if the farmers are trying to discourage you from walking. I'll counter that by making it properly signposted and keeps people on the prominent path that you want them to be on, instead of people getting lost and wandering around. Yeah, it was a great walk, good with the weather, in an area that I've wild camped on one side, but I've not really been to the other side, so I really enjoyed it. I think I've done 78 kilometres in the end, or 80 kilometres, something like that, in 3 days, which ain't bad. Granted, the going was pretty easy. Through the Forest of Bowland, it was all on the Roman road, the tracks. The last section I deviated from the route and did a bit of road walking. I think I dropped into Caton on the road, then I stayed on the road to get to the cycle path and then just follow that in. That was mainly one for ease and two for timing so I could get my train. But it was a good 3 days walk, I really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Cheers.